we got Tom MacDonald, Withdrawals. He just came out with this yesterday, but I like the title of the song, so I have an idea of where this is going. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
The doctor said to talk to him if I wanted to get off my meds, but I never called his office and poured the bottle in the garbage can. I'm stuck in this apartment and I'm anxious like the cops are here. I tried to call like all my friends, none of them are answering. Is this the moment where I can't control it? Got no appetite, I guess the party's over. I can't sleep at night and I keep rolling over, cause my skin is itchy and the paranoia got me worried, sick, and it is so annoying. I've been throwing up, it looked like motor oil, but I chose to quit and now I can't avoid it. The right things to do are the hardest choices. Is this the moment when I need a donor? Liver failing from the liquor pouring, while the room is spinning, it ain't vodka soda. What is almost killing me is being sober. Talk about pitfalls, surrounded by brick walls. This is what kids call withdrawal. Deleted every number from my phone, I'm staying home. Really wish that I was drunk with all my friends. I'm gonna beat it or I won't and overdose. Really wish that I was high with all.
And I love the water scene. Because usually with these water scenes, I think we spoke about it before, like when you see like someone submerged in water like that, it usually represents like a rebirth because of like, it's essentially like a baptism. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like Tom's rebirth, you know, when going from drinking a lot or doing a lot of drugs to just being sober. You are an entirely different person because like the way you cope, your actions, your behaviors, they all change when you go from like doing drugs to just being sober. So I like what he talks about.
Yeah, the water scene that you described is spot on. And I love these specific lines about him deleting numbers off his phone, which signify like how much he wants to change, that he doesn't want to have any contact with his past that could make him use again or drink again. And even that other line, that like the hardest things are the best things to do. And I feel like that applies to everything in our lives.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, because like the fact that you have to delete the person's number just illustrates like you can't even have that as an option. It can't be there. And that's why rehabs are so effective, because like you're essentially taking the person out of that environment. The problem is when they go back to that environment, like can they cope?
It also illustrates how weak they are, that they have to delete the number, that they can't just keep the number on the phone because it's going to entice them to reach out to them.
Right. Yeah, it's hard. It's definitely difficult.
I wonder where he did that water scene in. Because he's always doing these videos like in his house.
He must have like a really big bathtub.
Really wish that I was drunk with all my friends. I'm gonna beat it or I won't and overdose. Really wish that I was high with all my friends. Never cared for therapists, my arrogance embarrassing. It isn't fair to tear with this. Addiction placed my parents in. I'm scared repair will never fix the voluntary negligence, the wear and tear my errors did.
I was also thinking like this could also like illustrate him like almost drowning because he likes to drink. Right, so it could be like him essentially drowning, but then he's like floating. He's not drowning, like he's like floating up. So he's like finding his way above water, like finding his path. And I like how he talks about meds because, like as you know, like meds are they can be very effective, but at the same time, like now you're essentially stuck on the meds that they give you.
Yeah.
So you have to really kind of change your outlook, and that's why like the cognitive way of seeing things, just changing the way you think, changing your perspective, I think it's the most effective, and it doesn't require medicine.
I wonder why he has that tattoo that says no quarter.
I was high with all my friends. Never cared for therapists, my arrogance embarrassing. It isn't fair to tear with this. Addiction placed my parents in. I'm scared repair will never fix the voluntary negligence, the wear and tear my errors did. They almost had to bury me. Is this the moment where I screw up and relapse? Waste all my money on rehab? Can't take a pill from the doctor to relax? Lash out in anger whenever I react? Feel like a weak man, I don't wanna be that. Living every day to get a buzz on the weekend. I'm in the deep end, fighting with demons. Trying to stay clean, I just really need a reason. My bones are shaking in my hands and feet. I see my rib cage, but I can't eat. I still wake up panicking, so I can't sleep. I just sit in the bathtub and try to breathe. Talk about pitfalls, surrounded by brick walls. This is what kids call withdrawals. Deleted every number from my phone, I'm staying home. Really wish that I was drunk with all my friends. I'm gonna beat it or I won't and overdose. Really wish that I was high with all my friends. I've never felt this bad before. I don't know if I'll make it. Don't have the strength to get off the floor.
Oh my god, look at his dog.
Oh my god, I didn't even peep the dog.
Such a cute dog. I love how he constantly brings back the water scene, and I think the water scene represents his past. And you see that he's floating, like you mentioned, in some parts, and then there's that moment when he gets submerged and almost drowns, but then slowly he rises back up, and then when we're up close with him, you can still see that he's wet, so he's finally out of the water, and now he's dry, literally dry.
Yeah.
Both meanings of being dry, and he's just with his best friend.
Yeah, like metaphorically, right?
Yeah. And I love how he talks about, like, deleting the contacts, and then you see this scene where he's dry, but he's with his dog.
Yeah.
And I hear this a lot where sometimes dogs become like so therapeutic for people.
Yeah,
you can't even explain.
It makes sense because like there's actually studies that show like social support helps a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So and the dogs, like I don't think you can find better social support than a dog, because they're always there. It's not like a friend. Like a friend can be busy. They might not be able to like accommodate your timing all the time and like have time to talk all the time and be there for you. Where a dog doesn't have that issue.
Yeah, they're literally a man's best friend for a reason.
Exactly.
I'll make it. Don't have the strength to get off the floor right now, but I'm hoping and praying. My whole life I wanted more. This might be the end, but now I've had too much fun. It's over now. I loved what I hated. Deleted every number from my phone. I'm staying home. Really wish that I was drunk with all my friends.
Oh my god, I love that. I loved what I hated. Like kind of illustrating like the relationship I think you have with yourself, but also the substance that you use. I feel like it'd be more hate than love, but I think you love how it makes you feel. Like at least initially. It's why people gravitate towards it. Like whatever it is, like whether it's alcohol or drugs. Like that feeling you get, like you're almost just relaxed, which is sometimes hard to do, especially if you're someone that's typically anxious.
Yeah, I looked at that line as just how fucked up he was in the head, where he ended up loving what he hated.
I see.
I'm staying home. Really wish that I was drunk with all my friends. I'm gonna beat it or I won't and overdose. Really wish that I was high with all my friends. Deleted every number from my phone. I'm staying home. Really wish that I was drunk with all my friends. I'm gonna beat it or I won't and overdose. Really wish that I was high with all my friends.
I wonder if he had any friends that died, and that line that says, I wish I was high with my friends, like up in heaven.
Yeah, it could mean both.
Yeah.
You're right.
I get you.
Yeah, he always likes to shed light on his struggles, which is very relatable, especially when we talk about substance abuse or alcohol.
And even the choice of colors that he used for the music video, very plain, like black and white some moments, and then just very light.
Yeah, I think that was a really good choice because like you don't want the background to be colorful because it's not a colorful song.
No.
Right? It's like you want it to be really bland, if anything, dark, have some light, because the light could represent like you seeing the light and just trying to go through the motions. So I think he did a good job filming it.
Mm-hmm.
As simple as it is, it works. Just the water, you have like your little dark background, your light background, and then that's it. And then your dog. And your dog's white.
Oh my god. Yo, his dog is so cute.
The dog's like the symbol of hope, the white dog.